Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to the final episode in the series that has been one of my favorites to do, maybe of all time on the channel, and that is the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors Dynasty on College Football 25. With College Football 26 literally a few days away, maybe even a day away at this point by the time the video drops, we are at least early access for College Football 26. We are finishing up the Dynasty. And it's a good thing because even though we've had great memories with this series, we've had some amazing players walk through those doors, it's a natural stopping point because we've pretty much done everything that we can do. We've won 4 straight national championships. I mean, what else can you even do other than win maybe a Heisman? That's one thing we haven't done is win a Heisman with a player. But I doubt that's going to happen in simulation. Maybe it is. We're still rocking the Oregon playbook, so I guess it could happen. But it's unlikely. There's really nothing else we can do except for, I guess, win another national championship. So the Hawaii Dynasty will be coming to an end after this video, but that doesn't mean we're not going to start something new in College Football 26. I am so excited, and I think I've narrowed down the team that I'm going to be using as my new Hawaii for 26. I've narrowed it down to, I think, 2 or 3 teams that I'm kind of interested in. So be on the lookout for that in the very, very near future, maybe even tomorrow for you guys. It might be starting, depending on if I can get some time to record a bunch of videos. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm very excited for the start of College Football 26. I've got some ideas. I've got some good stuff coming down the pipes. So be on the lookout for that. But that is in a couple of days. We've got to finish the Hawaii Dynasty. We took this team from irrelevancy, from a team or from a national perspective. Nobody even gives a second thought to the Rainbow Warriors. They're so far away geographically. They are mostly irrelevant when it comes to the national stage of competitiveness. They're never really in competition for a conference title or for the playoffs or anything like that. They're like a mid-tier bowl game team, and every once in a while they'll have a decent player or two, but for the most part they're kind of just an irrelevant program. And we took them, and that's no disrespect for the Rainbow Warriors, but that's just the true facts of the conversation. But we took them from irrelevancy and we brought them to the national stage. And we elevated them on top of the national stage. We gave them the platform and we showed the world that you can win football games and be competitive and be a national power in the state of Hawaii. So I'm very proud of our accomplishments, if I could say the word, here in Hawaii. And I'm glad that I chose Hawaii to do in the first place in College Football 25. So without further ado, it's time to finish the last season. This will be the entire season and the playoffs and the off season, but we'll stop kind of what we did with the Golden Broncos, where we'll stop right at the preseason because I don't want to get attached to any of those new freshman recruits that could be on the board. So we'll stop right before we get to that so that we don't get attached to any of those guys. But it's also a natural stopping point, not because we won everything that we can win, but it's because those last few guys that we have that connection with, that strong connection with, that we recruited in those first couple of recruiting classes at the very beginning of the series, those guys are now graduating this year. They're seniors or they're junior red shirts or whatever they are. So they are going to be leaving, and then that's kind of like the last straw. That's the last era. The previous era's done. We can close that chapter of the book, and we can close the book in general on the Hawaii Dynasty. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. If you go and enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe channel, join the Juice Club. And if I remember correctly, we got a little bit of a quarterback controversy to talk about here as we start the episode. If you have been living under a rock, under Patrick's rock, for the past couple episodes, you may have missed the fact that we have a quarterback controversy here in Hawaii. For the past couple episodes, we've had the starting quarterback position be debated. Stephen Abbott, who is now entering his senior season, has led us to the last two national championships. And the only reason he's done that is because Leo Van Dyke tore his Achilles 2 seasons ago. And he was out for he tore it at the very beginning of the first year, and then of 2 years ago. We put the medical red shirt on him. He was a junior red shirt then. And he was out the rest of that year, and he was out all of last year. But now he's healthy. He won us a couple of national championships before he got hurt. Stephen Abbott's won us a couple of national championships in his spot. Who do we give the spot to? Can we realistically, we got to think about this as if it's a real life situation. If you have 2 quarterbacks on your roster that have both had tremendous success, maybe not since we're thinking about it in a real life perspective, we probably can't think of 2 or 4 national championships in a row, but think about tremendous success, maybe 1 national championship each for the quarterbacks. Can you realistically go up to one of those 2 guys and say, yeah, you're not the guy? Like Stephen Abbott's case, he just led us to 2 straight national championships. And now we're just going to tell him that, yeah, you were just a placeholder until we get our real starter back, and now he's back, so you can go back to riding the bench. That's such a tough conversation to have. It's such a tough decision to make. But then how can we go to Leo Van Dyke and say, yeah, you're not going to be the starter after you were committed, you came to the school as our first 5-star ever, and you were the chosen one, basically. And it's not your fault you got hurt, but we replaced you, and can we really go back on that success? I don't know. And what if we do give the starting job to Leo Van Dyke, and then we simulate and we don't have the same success than Stephen Abbott had? Then we look like fools for moving on from Stephen Abbott. It's such a tough spot to be in. It's almost like an embarrassment of riches. It's such a good problem to have. 2 quarterbacks that are championship level, and you can't decide on which one. It's obviously a first world issue, and that's the world we're living in right now. So we've got to make a decision on who our starting quarterback is going to be. Now, obviously, the game is telling me that they want Leo Van Dyke to be the starting quarterback based solely on overall purposes. But we don't know how Leo Van Dyke's going to play in the Oregon system. He hasn't played in it. We didn't switch to the Oregon playbooks in sim until he was already hurt. So we don't know, or at least he played in 1 game, I guess, in the Oregon playbooks. So we don't really have that sample size like we do with Stephen Abbott. We know Stephen Abbott can get production out of that Oregon playbook. He's got 2 national championships on it. So that is a huge, huge, hotly contested debate on who is going to be the starter. I think in my heart of hearts, I'm leaning towards Van Dyke because, like I mentioned earlier, he has that nostalgia factor. He was the first ever 5-star we recruited. He was the chosen one. He was the guy that we built this program around. And for his final season, I think we're going to give him the job. Now, it does make me feel a little bit bad about Stephen Abbott. I feel like we're kind of screwing him, and maybe I should have encouraged him to transfer if I was going to make that decision, but I think if you encourage somebody to transfer in this game, they just disappear into the shadow realm, so they don't exist anymore. I don't think they actually transfer to another team. At least that's what I've seen. I don't think maybe that's not true. I don't know, but that's just what I've seen. So maybe we should have done him the service. If it was real life, you would tell one of these guys you would tell them the decision you've made, and then they would either choose to transfer or they would stay around, but most likely they would choose to transfer. But in the game, we didn't have that situation, so I think I am going to give it to Leo Van Dyke. Now, at running back, like I mentioned, that Oregon playbook last episode, it doesn't simulate the run game very well because Oregon's not a heavy run team, at least with the running back. So Kranchik doesn't get as good of stats as he would if we were playing every single game, but he is still a phenomenal running back. I don't know if he's lived up necessarily to the hype of Cam Barfield or to the talent level of Cam Barfield, but he's definitely been a very, very good running back for us, and I wouldn't really have it any other way with him. Max Hape's been great. We'll get to see Juan Vela for the first time. Keelan Streeter's been good as well. We've got not just an embarrassment of riches at quarterback. We've got an embarrassment of riches at every single position. The wide receiver room is loaded, absolutely loaded, but for the first time in this dynasty's history since the very first season, or since the very first few seasons, we don't have Matthias Felix on the roster, and we don't have Matthew Bliss, 2 of the higher rated recruits we've ever had. They are not here anymore. but we've got some great talent to replace them, including Eric Dicker, who's kind of jumped into that number one position, even though you'd think that it'd be other people. No, he's taken that spot. He has taken that spot. And Geo Starks, one of our favorites, has reached his senior season. So, like I said, it's kind of that natural conclusion with all these guys becoming seniors. The tight end position is great. The offensive line is fantastic. It just keeps getting better and better. We've got great depth for the future if we were going to go any further. Cole Pounds and Ronnie Simonson, along with Cole Falk, the Cole brothers, the coal miners, they're going to be in the trenches, and then Simonson in the middle of them. I mean, we've just got it's just talent across the board. We are clearly the best team in football, talent wise. We got the best players at each position. Taylor Bullitt had a breakout year last year, and he jumped to a 91 for his senior season. Then we got Ben Savage. Talk about having a breakout. Ben Savage went from like an 81, 82 overall to an 87 in the offseason training. So Ben Savage is a freak. Can't wait to see how he performs. And then our cornerback room is just amazing. I mean, these guys are just absolute animals. The free safeties are great. The kicker is good. The punter is good. I'm ready to go. And like I said, I have made that decision. Leo Van Dyke will be the starting quarterback for the year. Now, if it doesn't go very well, we might have to pivot, but that I don't want that. I don't even want to put that out in the ether. We're going to take that back. We're going to snatch it. Get rid of that. Leo Van Dyke's going to do well. But we do start with a hot team. The Stanford Cardinals, or the Cardinals, will be the first team on the schedule for us. So we're opening up with Pac-12 football, which is kind of crazy. This is what our recruiting class looks like as we head into the first week of the season. We've got some 5 stars on the board. Obviously, we're trying to get a big-time class, but obviously these guys don't mean much anymore because we're not going any further than this year. I'm not going to jump into this game. I'm going to put the faith in the boys. That might be ended up being a bad thing, but I am going to put my faith in the boys to win in simulation here in week number 1. Hopefully they can do so. We are locked out of a lot of 5 stars. Not surprised I didn't put any hours on them. That's probably why. And we end up with Dylan Pelshak getting 9 tackles. Okay, that's a good sign. And we are 1-0. I put my faith in the boys, and they did not disappoint me. And we have jumped into number 1 position for a few different people. We absolutely need some hours freed up already. I hate when we only have 900 hours, man, because then it just makes it so difficult to figure out how we're going to do. But I mean, that final episode of the Golden Broncos, we brought in, what was it, 12 5-stars in that final class? So if that could be the same thing we do here, that'd be amazing. I don't think we're going to get 12 5-stars, but I'd take like 6 or 7. That'd be pretty sick. All right. So game number 2 is against Arkansas. Simulate that game as well. We'll see how we do. We have a good enough team where we shouldn't have to worry too much about anybody, I wouldn't think. Get a little bit more XP. And Pelshak had 3 picks in the game. He's already got 4 this year. We played 2 games. Why is Dylan Pelshak so good? I don't like it. I don't like that he's so good because I don't like him that much. I don't think he's that good on the field when I'm playing as him. But he's in sim, he dominates for some reason. I don't know why. We'll take another 5-star off the board because we got locked out of him. But now we've reached that point where we're going to have to start visiting people. We're going to have to start sending some people on visits. But Dylan Pelshak has 4 interceptions already this season. And we're 2 games into the year. 4-2 for Leo Van Dyke. All right. Stephen Abbott would never. What about defense? I mean, look at that. 4 interceptions and 20 tackles for Pelshak. He's off to a unreal start. I think we're going to simulate this week, and then now week number 4 we'll start doing scheduling visits. We get locked out of another 4-star. We get 400 XP. We win the game. It's a good sign. Now we got to get visits scheduled because other teams are starting. So we got to pick some players that we have a comfortable lead on where we can afford to take some points, like Jason Thomas, the 4-star corner. We can afford to take a few points off of him and not have to worry too much. So if we take the 25 off of him, that'll be good to go. We can afford to take pretty much all of the points off of Levi Willett. I'll put 10 on him just to keep pace with Oklahoma. But for right now, we can afford to take all those points away. We can afford to take 25 off of Terrell Tongues for right now. That leaves us with 90 hours. If I could get to how many more hours do I want to take away here? We can schedule 2 visits. I think we need a visit for the number 1 player in the country, Corey Kalu. And I think it's going to be week 6 against UTEP, the Miners. And then we probably should get a visit for John Slaughter because Penn State is really making a push. They are really, really making a push. So we're going to get a visit scheduled for him. We're going to also get it for week 6. He likes championship contender as well. We have 10 hours left. I think I can afford to take some points off of Dorian Stokes. But that only leaves us with 35. 35's not... obviously not enough to get a visit scheduled. How do we get 5 more hours? I guess I could take 5 off of Levi Willett, put 5 on him. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. But that frees up at least 1 more visit we can schedule. And it probably needs to be Tavon Hawk because we are in a big battle with NC State right now. We're going to get him on week 6 as well. He's got a complimentary visit as well, so that's huge. So 3 visits have been scheduled for week 6. We're making that a pretty important game. We're on the road against Washington this week, though. We should be able to win this. We get... okay, we're 3rd on Tavon Hawk. That's not good because he was just one of the guys that we scheduled for a visit. We've reached a bye week, though. We have 120 hours. We've gotten passed on John Slaughter. Oh, yeah, wow. Clemson jumped up huge with the week 4 visit. Okay. We're in a battle with Tavon Hawk. Or for Tavon Hawk, I should say. But the hard sell is a B, an A, and a C. Does that really even do anything? It might do a little bit. Oklahoma made a big push to get Levi Willett. Who else do we schedule visits for? Maybe Dorian Stokes. Get him on a visit. A week 11 possibly. Against Illinois. We'll get him on a week 11. Gainwell we probably should. And we're going to get passed on... we'll do championship contender for Gainwell. We'll get passed on for Jordan Gage if we don't make a move on him. So we're going to have to do something here. We'll do a week 6. Hopefully that works. We're really loading up that week 6 game. We are really loading up that week 6 game. We got to be careful with that Levi Willett, dude. We only put 5 hours on him, and Oklahoma's starting to make a little bit of a push. So we got to be careful. We got locked out of Tavon Hawk. He already committed. Come on, Tavon. John Slaughter commits to Penn State as well. What are you doing, Tavon? At least go to campus. Don't make a decision. Oh, that's unreal. That is unreal. Levi makes a decision like that. Crazy. Crazy. With those hours freed up, though, we can actually schedule or go for some other guys that we have on this board that we haven't gone after yet. Which are a couple of good old-fashioned 5-stars that we might be able to get in the race for a little bit. But with those guys gone, it's super annoying. We did get passed on by Trayvon Flowers. I'll toss a little extra piece on him. We'll toss a little extra piece on Simmons. We need to get one of these guys on campus. Unfortunately, Michigan scheduled week 6, so we can't get Ty Simmons week 6. We can't get anybody week 6 because obviously it is week 6. We're going to have to do, definitely week 11 for Ty Simmons. We're going to coach prestige for him. Man, I'm super annoyed that we lost out on those 2 guys. I mean, he was on campus this week. What are we doing here? We're going to jump into this game, though. It's our first big recruiting visit of the year. We got so many 5-stars on campus. We need to blow out UTEP, who's also 5-0, by the way. So we got to blow them out, assert our dominance, and get those 5-stars. First recruiting visit of the year, major recruiting visit of the year, is this home game against UTEP. They're undefeated, so they're having a good year, but they haven't played against a juggernaut like us, and we need to blow them out. It's just that plain and simple. They're not on our level, clearly, but we need to play like it on the field. And it looks like we might be doing that. We're up 14-3. I'd love another touchdown. Can we get the ball back, please? Okay, we do have the ball back. 2:12 to go in the fourth quarter. We need another touchdown to confirm this blowout. Clock is running, though, so we're going to have to be careful here. But it's our first time getting to see some of these new players, like Eric Dicker. We're not new, but at least new starters. And I'm going to test Eric Dicker. Does he have the chance? He does! Great ball from Leo. Not a great ball. Good ball from Leo in the rain. Dicker scores. We take a 21-3 lead. Can we get the ball back another time? We can. 50 seconds to go. They want me to run it? Do you not know the stakes? Do you not know the T-bone stakes that we have on this game? I know we already have the 17-point lead, but I want more. I want it all. I'm not coming out of this game. I'm not kicking a 48-yard field goal. We got to try to do this. Scramble. Leo Van Dyke. He's got the wheels. I tried to slide. I tried to slide, but I got rolled in another animation. That's okay. Seeing the senior tag next to Van Dyke just seems a little weird. It just doesn't feel like he's a senior. We're going to send Dicker on a slant, hoping that the corner follows him and not the slot fade, which I don't think he did. That's the back of the end zone. It's Jalen Peters' touchdown, and we have accomplished our goal of killing the UTEP Miners. You always want to go into town and beat up on some Miners, baby. Huge victory, 28-3. We secure that big blowout. Those recruits, those 5 stars are loving it. And we win in the rain as well. Big victory. We needed that. I'm hoping that we can get some of those guys to sign on the dotted line so we can get some of those hours back. That'll be huge if we can get those hours back. We can use them on other 5 stars and potentially have a really good class. But we stay undefeated. We blow out UTEP, give them their first loss of the year. But show me some commitments. Show me some of them commitments. I want to see some 5 stars. There it is. The #1 player in the entire country, Corey Kalu. Welcome aboard. Jason Thomas, 4-star corner commits. So only 2 guys. No. Oh, we lost. We're losing out on so many different people. I hate it. I hate it here. Ty Simmons, man. I hate you. Trayvon Flowers, you're dead to me. Oh, I can't believe it. We do get Jason Thomas. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable scenes. Maybe it's because we had to take those hours off and we had to put them on other people. I don't know. But we're going to go fully back in the battle for a lot of these guys. Make sure that we don't lose out on any more 5 stars because that's devastating to lose out on those guys. We're going to go week 12 on him, Kelvin Feely, but he might just commit before that visit even happens. Terrell Tongues, we're going to go back to the full 75 on him. We're going to get him on a week 11. Oh, Trent Vincent, we're actually losing out on a little bit here, so we will go full on him. Unfortunately, we'll have to get him on a week 14. I don't think the recruitment's going to last that long, but we'll try. Having that week 11 to Colorado is really sucky, although we are playing Colorado this week, so maybe we can affect his visit if that goes well. We only have 30 hours left. Oh, we're looking good. We jumped into first place for both of these guys. That's huge. We have 30 hours remaining. I can't put any... I guess I could take hours off of somebody. Like, do I take 10 off of Jordan Gage? I guess. That frees up a visit. Who doesn't have a visit already? I think it's just Levi Willett. We'll get him on a week 11. That becomes the next big game. Is that Illinois game in week 11. But right now we have Colorado. We need to win this one. Mainly for that recruit. Because if he sees Colorado lose that game, he might think we're a little bit of a better team and he might choose us. Vincent did not choose us, which makes me think we lost the game. Did we lose to Colorado? No, we beat him. He just chose Colorado. He's like, nah, I don't want to go to the four-time defending national champions. I'd rather go to Colorado, who they just lost to. All right, whatever, big dog. Whatever. Go over there and have fun in irrelevancy. We can now schedule visits for these final two guys, these final two 5 stars. So we'll get you on campus, and we will get you on campus. Man, week 11 and week 12 are going to be huge games. Who was the... Oh, it's Gage, that's right. I was going to say, who was the boy that we took the guys off of? There we go. Jordan Gage. We did lose out to Georgia there, but that week 6 hopefully mattered a little bit. And putting the extra hours on. We might have to hard sell him. Can we hard sell him? A plus A and B. Yeah, I can do that. We can do that. Let's hard sell Jordan Gage. Let's hard sell Jordan Gage. What do we got here? It's going to be this one. Yeah, football influencer. And then we will put the 25 on him. And hopefully Jordan Gage will accept that and want to come play for us. We might have to do the same for Kelvin Feely, but he's the one who has the B and the C. Ugh. Might just have to ride that one out. What about other prospects? There's a 4-star running back. I'm not really interested in big-time running backs anymore. I'll definitely look at receiver, though. That's for sure. They want me to keep looking at quarterbacks. So we don't necessarily need to look at quarterbacks. There's a bunch of 3-star running backs. I'll look at another quarterback, I guess. If he's a 6'2 scrambler, definitely look at him. Let's see. I don't really want to go after 3 stars, unfortunately. Are there any 5 stars remaining? Other than the ones we have on our board already? No, it doesn't look like it. So what about 4 stars? There is a 4-star center that we could maybe make a push for. There's a 4-star tight end we can maybe make a push for. Don't necessarily need tight end, but... Get a right tackle in there. Alright, there's still some 4 stars. A 4-star quarterback I'm not interested, especially a field general. Any other 4 stars? We got that running back already on the board. I think we're running out of 4 stars that we can go after, which is okay. We've already got a good amount of people added to the board, so we're not in a horrible spot. What are we looking at here? So we look at all these guys. Yeah, we added a bunch of different people to the board. I'm going to go and offer them all some Scullies. I do kind of want to scout that wide receiver, see how good he is, and the quarterback. If we have hours, we'll scout him, which we should. But we'll go and offer all these guys Scully. And we have enough hours. We have 130. So let's scout Johnny Gossett, see if he's worth it. All right. Looking good. 82 speed's not amazing, but it's decent. 92 throw power, I do like. I like Johnny Gossett. What about George Cash? 93 speed can play. Okay. I'm intrigued. Tickle me intrigued. What do we do? Let's see. We have 70 hours. Let's toss 25 on George Cash. That's cash money. We'll toss 25 on Johnny Gossett. We'll toss 10 on the center, Matt Gore. And we will toss the last 10 on Jacoby Bethel, the right tackle. Perfect. Then once those hours get freed up after these visits happen and all that kind of stuff, we can change those and go harder on the other guys later down the season. But for now, that's where we will put it. We get Terrell Tongues on the bye week. We get Ricky Holyfield on the bye week. So another 5-star, another 4-star. We get locked out of all of these people. And Jordan Gage, no, the sell didn't work. Oh, my heart is breaking after all these guys are saying no. We did not have this level of disappointment in the Golden Broncos episode. We actually got a bunch of people in that one. Only 2 5-stars, 2 4-stars. We are having some tremendous disappointment here. But we have so many hours now freed up. We can go all in on basically everybody left on our board. Man, I'm sucking right now. We are not doing well in recruiting. Only 2 5-stars, 2 4-stars when we had an option to get like 10. It is not going well. Cash will go all in on everybody here. If we got the hours, we might as well. How did a 3-star get on my board? I don't know. I don't remember. Did I actually put a 3-star on? I was trying to not put any 3-stars on. We might as well scout this guy. Femi Kwan. 93 speed. 6'2", can play. So we'll go in on him. We've already got a lot of work on the quarterback. So we'll put that on there. We'll switch that out. We'll go send the house, and then we'll go with the search to social media. All right, nobody's even going after him, at least not offered a scholarship just yet, so feeling pretty good about that. We'll go 50 hours on you, plus the 10, plus the 5, and then we'll go 50 hours on you, plus the 10, plus the 5. And now with those 70 hours, I guess I can just scout everybody I haven't scouted yet. 94 speed for Alfonso Leon, or Leon. I don't know why I put an accent on it. Alfonso Leon. 10 hours left. That gem tackle is pretty cool. Okay. Game against Washington State in the Pac-12 Conference. Should be able to get it done. Maybe we get some more commitments after the week. We do. We get Levi Willett. 4-star wide receiver. Thank God nobody locked us out. I would have been super sad again. We get a level up, though. That's 20 skill points. Love to see the 20 skill points. Cal is actually a decent team this year. Well, they're usually a decent team, is what I've noticed. But another 4-star added to the team, and we're still looking to get some. We have the chance to get 2 more 5-stars, which 4 5-stars in a recruiting class is not really that amazing. At least on our standards that we have right now. Let's scout the rest of these guys. Ooh, a busted gem on Matt Gore. How good are you? You're fine. What about Keelan Forsett? He looks okay. Finish scouting this guy. All right, that's everybody that we just added to the board scouted fully. Now we have 55 hours. I guess that means we can get a visit scheduled. Do we schedule for George Cash or for Alfonso Leon? I think I like the 94 speed running back, so we're going to get him on a visit. We still have a week 11 visit open, so we can go get him on week 11. And that's 15 hours remaining. And I might just keep those hours because I can't schedule any more visits. And I don't really want to take any hours off or anything. So do I jump into this game, though? This is actually a pretty important game, even though it's on the road. It's actually a pretty important game. I think I might jump into this one. Big road game, not because anything recruiting-wise, obviously, because we're on the road, but just a big matchup in the Pac-12. We've faced this team plenty of times over the years since we've joined the Pac-12. We've even played them, I think, in the Pac-12 championship maybe once, maybe even twice. Definitely once, at least. But all we need to do is get a win here, and it looks like we might be doing just that. 27-14. We really pounced on them there at the end. They get a game, or they get a score, and we got to hold on to the lead. Oh, they got another score, actually. Wait, did they get another score? I don't know. It's 27-21 with 55 seconds to go, and they're using all their timeouts now. The crowd is going crazy. But this is why we have Steven Kranchik. I mean, look at this man. Look at this man rumble. That's why we have Steven Kranchik on the team, and that is going to be the end of the game. So we go on the road, and they did score 7 points in the fourth quarter. That's why we go on the road, and we beat Cal. Big win. It's a really big win. Keeps us undefeated, and it helps us in terms of possible rivalries against Cal, I guess. So let's advance the week. Now we get to the huge game, the huge 2 weeks in a row. We got the home game against Illinois in week 11, then we got the home game against Liberty in week 12. Both those are going to be massive, massive games to get even more recruits on campus. And here is that. Oh God, they're 1-7. I'm still going to jump in because it is a recruiting game, but it's 1-7. It's crazy. All right, let's start scheduling visits for these final guys. So we'll get a week 12 for George Cash. He likes coach stability. What else does he like? He likes proximity to home. Thank God that he is close to, or he's in Hawaii. Perfect. So we can do that. We'll get Jacoby Bethel on a visit week 14. He likes championship contender. Good for you. This guy's also from Hawaii. Does he like proximity to home? I'm going to count on it that he does. He does. What about Femi Kwan? He can't get a visit just yet, but we can get a visit for the 4-star quarterback, week 14. He likes Coach Prestige. Matt Gore, we can't schedule just yet. What about 4-star? Oh, we can't schedule because we have 5 hours. Okay, perfect. But we got some more visits scheduled for week 12, week 14. Those are actually big games. And unfortunately, I do have to jump into this game. I don't have to, but I am going to jump in because I want to secure a victory. I don't want to have a simulation loss against Illinois. That would look really bad. That'd probably ruin the rest of our recruiting class. So we're going to jump in and make this go the way we want it to. Okay, even though Illinois is not having that good of a year this year, I think they had a decent year last year, which is why I scheduled them. But they're not having a good year this year. But it still is a big game, even though Illinois is not the level of competition we were hoping they would be. It's still a big game in terms of 5 stars on campus. They want to see what the stadium looks like. They want to feel the atmosphere. They want to see the team go out there and kick some bootay. So we're going to try to do that. But, I mean, Illinois scored 6 points on us. That's a little too much, considering the level of talent Illinois has and the level of talent we have. But if we can put another touchdown on the board, I'd like it. And when they want us to 4th and inches from the 6, we're jumping in. We're going to give it to Steven Kranchik because who else would we give this ball to? Kranchik, handoff. He's got it. Of course he does. He's even got more than that. He's at the 1. All you were supposed to do is get a yard there, Steven. And you got more than that because you're a goat. You're a little goat. From the 1, we can put this game away with a touchdown. It was already pretty much away anyway, but it is now officially out of the realm of possibility of losing this. We're going to jump back to the key moments. And if they give me the ball back again, yeah, they did. And I think we're in red zone again. Yeah, we're from the 5. Yeah, this is the Illinois team I expected when we jumped into the game. I didn't expect the Illinois team that put 6 points on the board, though. Oh, Kranchik ended that man's career. Oh, and he got into the end zone anyway. Oh, man. Just putting salt on the wound of this Illinois team. Their season continues to be just a nightmare season. We get a huge victory, 30-6. Really impressing those recruits. I'm glad that College Football 25 does not take into account the commitment saying you're playing against Illinois, who's 1 win. You think that's going to impress us? You beat them up. I'm glad that it's a video game. It doesn't take into account the human emotions of that or the human logic. Dave Dicker, 5-star D tackle, commits. That's one of the last 2 5-stars to choose the team. I think we still have one more possibility. Yeah, it's Ahmad Callaway, but we got passed up on. So this game becomes even more massive now because NC State will get him probably regardless. Oh, he's on campus this week. I think if we win, we get him. Alfonso Leon didn't commit after that game. That's annoying. We'll get the rest of these guys on possible visits. We got week 14, so we'll get him on a visit. We'll get Mitch. Why do I keep saying Mitch Gore? Matt Gore. We can't get him on a visit. We probably can't get anybody on a visit, can we? Yeah, we used up all the 14 visits. Darn it. Okay, so we're just going to have to ride it out with those guys. I mean, to be fair, this class is kind of coming together as much as I hate it, but we could have been better. Oh, it's Liberty. Liberty, 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 Liberty. As we take them on in one of our last recruiting games of the year. We need a blowout. They're not having that good of a year. And it looks like we're on path to do that, or on pace to do that at least. Up 14-0 in the third quarter. Just give me another touchdown, please. Come on. No, it's just going to be 14-0. No, we got to jump in here. 56 seconds, 3rd and 3. They might want us to take a little bit of a break. I'm going all in. We have all 3 of our timeouts, and we're very close to the end zone. I just need one more touchdown, or even a field goal, I guess. We just need to get that 17 points. So we're going to send it deep. Back of the end zone! Just caught! Jalen Peters. I mean, that couldn't have been a worse ball from Leo Van Dyke, but it's caught regardless. And we do hold on, right? 21-7. They scored at the very end of the game. You got to be kidding me. Well, there goes our 17-point victory. Of course they score. Why? Why in quick manage do they always do that? Oh, that's so stupid. We had the 21-point victory. We had the 17-point victory. And then the last, 3 seconds, they go and score a touchdown. Unbelievable. They hadn't scored all game. Oh, I hate that sometimes. All right. It doesn't matter, though. We get George Cash. We get Faneka. Is that how you say that? But we didn't get the... No! Ahmad Callaway chooses NC State even with the victory. Would we have gotten him if we would have blown him out? Did his visit go well? Yeah, it went about as good as you could get. We got the clear winner plus 50%. Unfortunately, it was a lower tier opponent, so we only got one triangle for that. But he had complimentary visits on the schedule. We had a really good team meeting. It's just he chose NC State. That's crazy. Why would you choose NC State? We are the national champions for the 4 straight years, and you choose NC State, a team that's irrelevant at this point in the franchise or the dynasty? Strange decision, young man, but he chose it. So we will end the recruiting class with 3 5-stars, which is disgusting. The fact that we could only get 3 5-stars in this class, gross. Absolutely gross. We should be aiming for so much higher than that. I thought we were going to be able to do so much higher than that, but it didn't end up bouncing my way. We lose out on Alfonso Leon. My God, what is happening this year? We are not recruiting anybody. We do beat Utah, though, but we are not finishing any commitments. Like, any of these recruiting classes, this is not going our way. And LSU or TCU has passed us on so many other people. Do I have to start hard selling? I didn't think I needed to hard sell these guys, but I think I might have to. Let's switch to a hard sell on Jacoby Bethel. I thought I was just good to go, but I guess they really need the hard sell to decide. So we'll switch that to a hard sell on Jacoby Bethel. Maybe we can pass TCU for that. We got passed up on by Notre Dame for Johnny Gossett. He's on campus this week. I think this is the Week 14 SMU game. But we have a C and a B plus. I don't think that's good enough to schedule or do a hard sell. I just don't like that very much. I'm okay with 2 A's and a B, though, for Matt Gore, so we'll switch to the hard sell on him. That's not what I wanted. We'll switch to the hard sell for you, which is this one. Where's that? There it is. So it's starter. We'll switch to that, and then we'll do the rest there. 25 hours. Wade Beach, we're looking okay for. Although we might as well switch because we have all A's for the 3 things he likes. So we might as well switch just to reassure him that he wants to come play for us. So we'll switch that to about there. And then we'll give the 25 perfect. And then Keelan Forsett, A plus B A. I can sell that. I can sell 2 A's and a B plus. So let's go to the hard sell. And let's sell him on Football Influencer. Okay, so we switched to hard sells on everybody except for Johnny Gossett. We're just going to have to hope that Johnny Gossett wants to come play for us. But it's our final time to jump in, at least in the regular season. So let's do it. Our final recruiting visit week of the year is a home game against SMU. We are the better team. We should win this game pretty simply. But sometimes it doesn't go our way. Although it's gone our way pretty much the entire year. We lead 10-0. Oh, we got the ball immediately in the red zone. 17-0, 17-7. SMU scores 24-7. Field goal didn't go for it, I guess, or missed it. I don't know what happened there. But it's 24-14, late fourth quarter action. SMU's trying to make some push. And they will get a field goal. But it is not going to be enough. I don't think, right? Yeah, possibly. We win. 24-17 victory. Hawaii stays undefeated. Okay. What does this say about Leo Van Dyke? Stephen Abbott, in the 2 years he was the starter, didn't get us to an undefeated season. Either one. But Leo Van Dyke comes in and immediately gets us an undefeated season? Does that mean we made the right decision? I don't know. I guess it'll all determine on what happens if we get to the national championship game or not. Jacoby Bethel does commit, so we passed TCU for that. That's huge. Matt Gore commits. Keelan Forsett commits. And Johnny Gossett chose Notre Dame. I should have hard sold him, but I didn't think it was going to work. I didn't think it was going to matter that much, make that much of an impact. And we will take on Cal again, this time in the Pac-12 Championship. It seems like it's us versus Cal every year in the Pac-12 Championship. Man, I am not that happy with this recruiting class. I mean, I know it's fine. We got a bunch of 4 stars. That's whatever, but I don't know. I'm just not very happy with it. I feel like we could have done better. We still have a chance to get 2 more 4 stars. We've made it to number 11 in the country. We have 3 5 stars and 7 4 stars. I mean, it's a whatever class. It's just, I feel like it could have been better. We had the chance for so many 5 stars, and they just didn't choose to come play for us. That's really all that it boils down to. It's a little annoying. Thankfully, it's the final year, and these guys literally don't matter to us, but I still would have liked to have a nice class in numbers-wise. We get Wade Beach, so we have 1 more player left uncommitted as we head to the postseason. Pac-12 championship game against Cal. They are 14th in the country, 10-2. We should be able to handle them pretty easily. Let's take a look at the season stats before we jump into any other playoff games or postseason games. 2,400 yards, 22 touchdowns, and 3 picks. So I was a little bit concerned about Leo Van Dyke earlier in the season when we checked the stats because he had 3 picks already, or 2 picks, whatever it was. But he still only has 3 at the end of the year. So pretty good season from him. Rushing numbers, Kranchik at 900. Okay. Respect. Geo Starks puts up 787 and 4. Dicker had 525 and 4 as well. What about the defense? Lorenzo Drango, 57 tackles. Pelshak had 56, 53 for Taylor Bullitt. And then we have Cole Falk and Wade Karlaftis, both with 6 tackles for loss. And Cole Falk continues to be a beast down there in the coal mines. He's got 10 sacks. Karlaftis had 5. Pounds had 4. Looks like Bradbury got hurt. Pelshak ends with 6 interceptions throughout the regular season. He's just a beast. I don't know why. Stop it. He might be the career leader for this Hawaii team in interceptions throughout his career. I don't know how many he has, but if we go to a career and we pull up Hawaii, he might very well have that career interception number. He's been here for a while. He does. 21 career interceptions. Okay. And Steven Kranchik's got the career rushing number with 4,100. Matthias Felix obviously has touchdown catches and receiving yards. Cam Barfield's got rushing touchdowns. We've made an impact on this Hawaii team. Not the quarterback position, because obviously the quarterback position is a little bit overpowered in history for Hawaii. They've had 2 unbelievable college quarterbacks. But so have we. Leo Van Dyke's been fantastic. And we've made it to the Pac-12 championship. Can we go and win another one and stay undefeated? That's the most important part, because in the history of this series, we have not had an undefeated season. So let's go and do that. Pac-12 championship. It seems like we do this every year, the same song and dance with Cal. It's the same 2 teams every single year. Although I think one year we played Stanford, maybe? I don't remember. But I think the very first year that we revived the Pac-12, we played Cal. And we are blowing the doors off of them. It's 24-3 in the 4th quarter. I haven't even jumped in yet. We didn't need to. 31-3. Wow. I mean, it took us till the late 4th quarter to beat them at home during the regular season, or beat them at their place at the regular season. But this time in the Pac-12 championship neutral site, we go and just crush them. We smoked them. Leo Van Dyke, 67 passing yards, gets it done. I guess he didn't really need to do too much. I don't know. But we absolutely cruise to a victory. We secure another Pac-12 championship, which I think is our 3rd or 4th in a row, whatever it is. It might be our 4th in a row, but another championship. We are the kings of the Pac-12, at least the new version of the Pac-12, the revived version. And that will mean we secure ourselves, most likely, the number 1 playoff spot in the bracket, I would assume, unless there's another undefeated team. And the final player on our board commits, Femi Kwan, hit that Kwan, he commits to the team. 4,300 XP? Whoa. Leo Van Dyke gets player of the week offensively with 67 yards and a touchdown. And Mr. Juice, coach of the year, finally gets some recognition. Nolan McIlwain, I don't know how to say that name, but he's the offensive coordinator of the year. He's the Broyles Award winner. Devon Session is the Heisman for NC State. Unbelievable. Dylan Pelshak finishes the season as the best defensive back in the country. And those are our awards. We have made it officially to the college football playoffs. We're not the number 1 seed because NC State is. We're the 3 seed. We are playing in, what do you know, another Rose Bowl game. Let's take a look at early national signing day here. The number 1 player in the class, Corey Kalu, has star dev. Impact for Dave Dicker. Elite for Terrell Tongs, the 5-star gem. Normal for Jason Thomas. Impact for Ricky Holyfield. Star for Levi Willett. George Cash has normal. Impact for Matt Gore and for Keelan Forsett. Star for Jacoby Bethel. Malu Faneka probably. Impact. Normal for Femi Kwan. And Elite for the 4-star Wade Beach. That's kind of huge. Wasn't expecting that, but okay. Couple, I think like, what, 2 elites in that class? Maybe 1? I don't remember. I know that obviously Beach had it, but whatever. We can probably spend these skill points. Do we need to buy Tactician? We don't have Skiing Guru unlocked. I think we have everything else pretty much done. We could go into Elite Recruiter, but what's the point? We could go finish up Master Motivator. I guess we'll do that. Or not Master Motivator, finish up regular Motivator. We might as well. So let's go and purchase a few of these things. All right, there we go. 30 points doesn't get you very far. And we will simulate to the bowl games. So who are we going to play? Who do we get matched up with? We've gotten matched up with the Florida Gators, a new team to play. We haven't played Florida yet. All right, that's a nice little matchup there. I thought it was going to be Michigan, but we get Florida. They beat them 31-20. So Oregon and Georgia will play in the Sugar Bowl. The Peach Bowl is NC State and Syracuse, and then Nebraska and Clemson will play for the Fiesta Bowl. All right, okay, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the vibes. I am feeling the vibes of the college football playoffs. Can we move on? We've won so many Rose Bowls in this dynasty. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Rose Bowls in this dynasty's history. That's so many. So many Rose Bowls. Can we add another one to the schedule or to the trophy case? I guess we'll find out. It's a beautiful day here at the granddaddy of them all. We basically own this place at this point. We've been here every year, except for last year. We took a break from it, but basically every year of this dynasty, we've played in this game, and we have owned it. But this Florida team is different than teams we played in the past. They are a good team. But I think we might be a little bit better. 31-14. Can we keep it moving? Don't let them score again. Yes. Put them out of their misery. End it. 34. Oh, they got a field goal. They got a touchdown. 34-21. It's looking a little sketch balls. But we do win. Another Rose Bowl. 5 Rose Bowl trophies we have. Why? Schedule us in another bowl game. Another Rose Bowl for the good guys. And there it is. We have so many of those things. It's almost like we're just tossing it to the side because nobody cares about the Rose Bowl in Hawaii anymore. We win it so often. We only care about natties. Natty Lights. Congratulations. Woo! We're the Rose Bowl winners. Yay! Awesome. Yeah. Cool. Sick. Awesome. W's in chat. Who do we play? Do not let it be Oregon, please, for the love of God. Leo Van Dyke, 4 touchdowns, 268 through the air. Who's it going to be? It's freaking Oregon, man. Oh, it's always Oregon. It's always. Why do you think I'm playing in their playbook? It's always Oregon. All right, well, we're in the semifinals. Win this game, and we play in our 6th national championship? Hold on. How many in a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, if we win this game, we will play in our 6th national championship in a row, and we will try to win our 5th in a row, which is pretty crazy. And at least we're playing in a new game. We haven't won the Orange Bowl trophy just yet, so that's pretty nice. Let's see if we can actually add that to the trophy case as well. We are battling for a bowl of oranges here in Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Can we deliver on our promise to make it to another national championship? We're actually cruising right now. We are bullying the Oregon Ducks. Smacking them on the backside of the head. 17-7 here in the 3rd quarter. We're about to get to the 4th quarter, up 20-7. I haven't had to do much in these games. I'm just letting the sim take it. 30. Do you see that? We just bounced off like 2 in a row. 2 touchdowns in a row there. And we kill the Oregon Ducks. We are having foie gras for dinner tonight. 33-7. The Rainbow Warriors will play in their 6th straight national championship, and we got the trophy. We got the bowl of oranges. I hope those are like fake oranges so that they don't like rot. Or maybe you spray them with like a preservative that keeps them fresh forever. Just just imagine somebody won a Rose Bowl or an Orange Bowl like 10 years ago, and you just have like a trophy or just a bowl of oranges in your trophy case, and it's just rotten. There's just like a raccoon in there eating the oranges. Oh, that'd be funny. All right, we will play in a national championship game again. Who's he going to be against, though? I think it was Nebraska Clemson, if I'm not mistaken. Lorenzo Durango, player of the week. And nationally. Eric Dicker had 3 touchdowns in that game. Okay, makes sense. 166 yards as well. Who is it? It's NC State. It had to be, didn't it? It had to be NC State in the national championship. They had the Heisman winner. They stole a couple of our recruits this recruiting cycle. So it had to be them. They won the Cotton Bowl. And we will play the number 1 team nationally ranked and also number 1 team in the bracket. We will play them for another natty. All right. Well, this is our chance to send this team off in the greatest way possible, winning an unprecedented 5th straight national championship. Let's go do that. The final game of the Dynasty, the national championship, Hawaii and NC State, 2 powerhouses of college football, battle for the ultimate prize, and it's a back and forth. This is exactly what you would want if you're a fan of a neutral fan of the sport, and you're not a fan of either one of these teams. You want a back and forth battle. You want a competitive national championship. You don't want the domination that we've put on in our performances throughout the playoff bracket. And I'm actually going to jump in here again because I should have had a first down there, but I got bumped at the last second, and it did not allow me to get that first down. So we are going to risk it here. This is super sketch, but we're going to go for this. I believe in Steven Kranchik, and I got it. Good job, Steven. Good job, Steven. I believed in you, and I was right. Do we think Joshua Brazil wins on that corner route? Oh, he absolutely is going to. Joshua Brazil, beautiful down the field. Tie football game here at Raymond James. Oh, I knew it. I felt good about that route. I don't know what it was. Maybe it's just Joshua Brazil's route running ability, but I felt good about that route. I knew he was going to take that over the top. Perfectly executed. Can the defense deliver? Oh, we got another touchdown without me jumping in. That's huge. Defense is on a little bit of a sketchy run here. Come on, boys. Late in the game, they're playing for the tie. They only got a field goal. That's crazy. How do you go for a field goal there? Okay, well, now's our chance to win the game. Kranchik. Oh, he got a big burst of speed. He broke a tackle, gets a first down. That's devastating if you're an NC State fan. You cannot allow a first down on one handoff, and we are not going to snap this before the 2-minute warning. We're not going to give them an extra timeout. Here we go. They will use 3 timeouts, and hopefully by then we have a first down or maybe even 2 first downs, depending on the push we get from the offensive line, which is a decent start. That's what, 5 yards right out the gates? That's not what I wanted. I completely picked the wrong play. All right, whatever. I guess we'll call it. Just a little bit of motion, but I didn't even want that play. Here comes Kranchik again, up the field. Timeout called NC State. But I think, we got 2 yards left to go. Should be fairly straightforward, especially with Kranchik. 3rd and 2. I could call a deep ball, but I'm going to go stick to the run game. Stick to the game plan, Juice. Kranchik gets the first down. Final timeout used. That's the ball game. That is the ball game. And for the 5th time in a row, the Rainbow Warriors of Hawaii are the national champions. If you don't think this is a dynasty, if you don't think this is the greatest team of all time, then you have not watched football. It's tough to make it to 2 in a row. But to make it to 5 in a row? 6 in a row, technically, but we lost the first one. Yeah, that's what you get. Heisman scrub. He doesn't deserve it. Take his Heisman away. He's a fraud. And we have I didn't even talk about this. I mentioned it before the playoff run. We have now officially completed the first perfect season in Hawaii Dynasty history. Or Hawaii history. And it's all because of that man right there, Leo Van Dyke. We did it. For the first time in ever, Not only in this dynasty, but obviously in Hawaii history, I would assume. Because obviously if they were undefeated, they probably would have been in the national championship game in the BCS era at least. Although I guess I can't say that they might have been undefeated, just not got the recognition. I guess if we go to the coach contracts, we can see a little bit into the past. Did they ever go undefeated? We can only see the 2017. I don't know. I guess I can look it up real quick, so I can get my facts straight here real quick. Has Hawaii ever had a tornado? Has Hawaii ever gone undefeated in college football? Yes. Oh, here we go. Here we go. The university. Here, I'll show you, so you can actually see what I'm looking at here. The University of Hawaii's football team has achieved an undefeated regular season twice in their history. They went 8-0 in 1924 and 10-0 in 1925. These teams, known as the Wonder Teams, they also finished the regular season undefeated 12-0 in 2007, but they lost in the Sugar Bowl. So, not only have we been the third team to go fully undefeated in Hawaii history, but it's technically the first time because it's 1924, 1925. Does that really even count? But we officially go fully undefeated, a perfect 16-0. Man, we are on top of the world. And that, you know what? I was looking for the perfect bow to put on this series, and that right there is the perfect bow to put on the series. Because not only is it our 5th straight national championship, but it's a perfect season, something we had not accomplished in this dynasty just yet. It is a perfect season, an immaculate season. And those teams in the 20s were known as the Wonder Teams. This is the team of destiny. This is the immaculate team. And we will take a look at the final overall season stats after taking into account every game that we've played so far. And Leo Van Dyke will finish with 3,300 yards, 35 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 1,100 yards and 15 touchdowns for Steven Kranchik, 1,000 yards for Geo Starks with 6 touchdowns. Dicker has 9 touchdowns. We had defensively, Lorenzo Durango had 73 tackles, 63 for Bullet. Cole Falk finishes with 8 tackles for loss and 11 sacks, as he's a beast. Karlaftis had 7 sacks. Cole Pounds had 4. And Pelshak has 7 interceptions. So he didn't get any more after he won the best DB in the country, because he had 7 when they showed that stat. But before we go to the post or the offseason, we got to take a look at some of these seniors' numbers. So just put this into perspective. Timmy Chang, the all-time leader in passing yards for Hawaii, had 1,700 yards. Or 17,000 yards, I mean. And Leo Van Dyke had 10,000, so he's quite a bit off. He'd have to play probably 2 more seasons if he wanted to catch Timmy Chang. But 10,000 career yards for Leo Van Dyke with 100 touchdowns even and 27 interceptions. And Stephen Abbott, no disrespect to you, Stephen, you won us 2 national championships, but at the end of the day, you didn't get an undefeated season like Leo Van Dyke did. So I don't know. Maybe we obviously made the right decision. But Stephen Abbott still put up amazing numbers in his 2 years that he was the starter. Rushing numbers, 4,400 career yards and 64 touchdowns for Steven Kranchik. Does he pass Cam Barfield on the GOAT list at running back? It's a debate. I don't know. It's a debate. They're certainly 1 and 2, obviously. There's no debate about that. But you could make an argument for either one. Who was the better player? Van Dyke had 1,500 career rushing yards with 17 touchdowns. And Max Hape, 963 so far with 11. Keelan Streeter, 855 and 8. Geo Starks, as a senior, 3,900 yards, 38 touchdowns. Peters, 1,500 yards, 16 touchdowns. Joshua Brazil had a good career as well. And then 261 tackles for Dylan Pelshak, 252 for Taylor Bullitt. And Rashard Starks was such an animal, man. Such an absolute animal. Greg Bradbury had 15 tackles for loss in his career. Cole Falk, 13. Pelshak, 11. 22 sacks for Cole Falk in his career as he gets ready to graduate. 21.5 for Bradbury. 7 for Bullitt. Interception leader, obviously, it's going to be Pelshak with 22, but then Starks had 8. Bullitt had 6, 3 for a couple other guys. Good numbers there. Kicking, as Brian Christmas graduates. He only missed 10 field goals in his career, but he hit a 51-yarder. And he only missed 1 extra point. I think I missed that extra point. The punter Scruggs. No kick return touchdowns through these guys through their career. with those numbers, did Geo Starks pass Matthias Felix? I don't think he did. I think Matthias had more yards than that, but we can check. Yeah, the season number. Oh, we need to go to the career number. Darn it. All right, the career numbers for passing yard or receiving yards. It is still Matthias. He had 5,100. Okay, I think we only had like 3,900 or something like that. Still some good career numbers, and I'm happy with the way this dynasty is finished. Very, very happy. And now we will complete a fairly quick offseason because at this point, it's not going to really matter too much. The only thing that we care about is this one right here, players leaving, and then obviously the draft results. So let's get to that right now. Players leaving. Ronnie Simonson wants to go to the NFL draft, and you know what? I'm not going to hold him back. I'm going to let him go. Considering we're not going to go any further than this, I'm going to let that big forehead go play in the NFL. But let's take a look at everybody. So quarterback, we are losing both of the dudes. And if this was real life, I think Stephen Abbott would be a NFL draft pick, considering what he had done. Now, there'd obviously be Stephen A. Smith would be talking on First Take about how which one of the two quarterbacks is better because Stephen Abbott didn't play all of this past year, but Leo Van Dyke was hurt. There's going to be questions about his health. There's a talking point with this with these two quarterbacks, for sure. Running back, Keelan Streeter and Steven Kranchik will graduate. Man, I hate seeing that, but at least Kranchik's got a draft pick projection. Wide receiver, we've got Loeffler, Peters, and Geo Starks. How is Geo Starks not getting a draft projection here? What are we talking about? Siaki Tuafeli graduates at tight end. We've got Jason Rymiersma round 2 potential, which means most likely it's a round 1 for him. No left guards, no centers, no right guards, and then Kevin Hawker, who came in the same year that Rymiersma. They were like 2 5-stars in the same class, and they both graduate and hopefully go to the draft and have successful careers in the NFL. Owen Dronett, who I don't even remember, he graduates. I am going to let Simonson leave. Brian Boyette and Greg Bradbury both graduate as well. We lose Cole Falk and Sony Afamasaga. Devon Coxey graduates at outside linebacker. We lose Caesar, which was a fantastic name. He didn't really play much, but I got him specifically on the name alone. And then Taylor Bullock is got a projection on him, a draft projection. Pelshak, out of every corner we've had, I thought Pelshak would be the one to get a draft projection. Maybe he'll still get drafted. Just because he doesn't have a projection doesn't mean he's not going to end up getting drafted. But I thought for sure he'd have a projection on him. Mitchell Madden graduates as well. We have Rashard Starks graduated. I remember bringing that guy in, man. He had 98 speed. He was a freak. Brian Christmas will graduate. We got a lot of graduations, which is another reason why it's a good time to end the series. Let's see officially where these guys will go in the draft. 1,500 XP is always nice. And here it is. The draft results. What is it going to be? Round 2 for both Hawker and Rymiersma. Round 3 for Kranchik. Round 4 for Ronnie Simonson and Taylor Bullock. Round 5 for Leo Van Dyke. Jalen Peters also gets round 5, and Cole Falk gets round 6. All right, I'd like to see a couple round 1s in there, but hey, I'm glad some of our guys got taken. Stephen Abbott didn't get a look in the draft. He goes undrafted, but maybe he'll get picked up in undrafted free agency and get a spot on a camp, on a team for camp, so who knows. Our transfer portal is open. We only have 13 commitments so far. We're not going to take this too seriously, because these guys literally don't matter. But just to spend some time, we'll go after some commitments or some transfer portal guys. We might as well. We don't have anything else to do as we wrap up this series. We might as well take some time and scout some jabronis in the transfer portal, and maybe there's some extra. Wait. Ahmad Callaway, he flipped. He committed to NC State. Oh my God. Ahmad Callaway has flipped to Hawaii. That's never happened for me in College World 25. I've never had a guy flip. Ahmad Callaway flips from NC State presumably because we beat them in the national championship game. He was embarrassed that he chose them over us. He made the right choice. Wow. I've never had that happen before. I've never had a guy flip for me. That's crazy. I thought once you took them off their board, they were kind of just guaranteed to stay at the team that they chose. But I mean, talk about coming in clutch at the end there with an extra 5-star. That's 4 5 stars added or now on the board. Wow, I did not see that coming at all. He realized the error of his way. He chose the wrong team. And thankfully, because of the flexibility of this new era of college football, he was able to decommit from NC State and choose us. He made the right decision. He chose us. That's crazy. I'm so happy. And of course, it took the final episode of this series and the final college football video. Well, not the final college football 25 video because I have All American Dynasty still to do, but the final one for Hawaii, we finally get a flip. That's crazy. That's crazy. It took me the whole year. I never got a flip. I've seen countless other people on social media and on YouTube and everything talk about how they get flips more than everybody else, and I just I was left out. I was left in the dark until today. We now have a flipped commit, and it's not just a random. It's a 5-star that I liked. Awesome. That makes me feel super good. I didn't think it was going to happen. I thought we'd have to wait till 26 to be able to get a flip. But that's super cool. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. I am going to spend some hours scouting these guys just because I have hours available. Might as well. What else am I going to use these hours on? So let's scout some of these guys. Are they going to be any good? Probably. They're all juniors and seniors, so they're probably going to be decent. This guy is an okay player. Alex Ramesh. And then Kevin Gesicki. All right, 750 hours left. We could toss some visits there, but we might as well wait a little bit, see what happens. Oh, I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing after that flip. Thank you. 5-star. I appreciate that. Gesicki's in a top 5. We are in the top 5 for him. What do we unlock? Master Motivator has been unlocked, presumably because we had the players drafted. Was that one of the goals was to get players drafted? I don't know. It's not going to tell me now that we have it unlocked or that we have the option to unlock it. Okay, how are we looking? We jumped into first place. Ooh, Alex Ramesh. Oregon's battling us pretty hard for him. Well, we can start scheduling some big-time visits. We'll go championship contender. We will go championship contender. Marcus Peterson gets a week 3. We'll go, actually, yeah, he'll get a week 3. Sure, why not? We'll go championship contender. Everybody, it's a good thing being good because everybody likes championship contender. It's nice to have that option. Ramesh, we need to get on week 2 for sure, and we'll do coach prestige for him. And then Gesicki, we will do a week 3, and we do pro potential because you just saw all those guys get drafted. Why wouldn't you want to come play for Hawaii? We have legitimately built a dynasty. Better than Alabama, better than Ohio State, better than Georgia. Troy Goldson commits. Kevin Gesicki commits. Not surprised about that. We lost out on Homer and Ramesh. Whoa. We have not had good luck in recruiting this year. But we do get 2 more commitments. Pretty sick. Pretty sick nasty. And we're going after 2 more guys. Can we get them? We'll find out. To the final week. The final week of recruiting. We get DeJuan Baker, the 4-star tight end. But Marcus Peterson chooses to go be with the cheaters. All right, if you want to go ruin your legacy, I guess you can go there. Whatever. Okay. And that is going to be our class. 17 commitments, 4 5-stars. It'll probably finish top 10. It does finish top 10. That's a little gross. Only being 7th? Really? 7th? I feel like we could have done better. I feel like we could have done better. But recruiting is all done. How good were those final guys? We'll start with, not Wade Beach, with Troy Goldson. He has star dev, impact for Gesicki, and star for DeJuan Baker. So all the transfers end up having decent dev traits. I'm okay with that. And I shouldn't have backed out there because I wanted to see officially where we were in the top classes. Oh, we jumped into 5. Okay, so we ended up with a top 5 class. A top 5 class in the country. 4 5-stars, 11 4-stars, and 2 3-stars gets us number 5 in the entire nation for recruiting. And now we will do the position changes, which honestly doesn't matter that much anymore. So we don't have any athletes, so we'll keep everybody the same, I guess. And Joe Hemingway is our highest rated player before the training. I wonder if he's going to stay that way. because he's most likely the quarterback headed into this year if we were to go further. Oh, nope, it's Max Hape as the highest overall player now. Quarterback is Joe Hemingway. He's played a little bit. He's played sparingly. Then Tosh Parker, Titus Byler, Max Hape at running back with Juan Vela and Steven Samaya. Then at wide receiver, you got Eric Dicker, Caesar Warrior, who's also Hall of Fame name, Tony Poe, Lane Kunalik, Tyler Toner, hardly know her, and Aiden McGlynn as the wide receiver room, which has all got good speed. You got Joshua Brazil, Manny Keaton, and Carlos Sawyer as tight ends. That's a pretty good tight end room. Linebacker, you got Bryce Pierschbacher. Left guard is Tim Lasika. Alex Duggan is at center. Then you got Siaki Officer at right guard and Theo Carswell. You got Ralph Hacker at right tackle. Cole Pounds is still manning the left end spot, but he's hurt. I wonder what he's hurt for. Leon Fayad is the right end. He takes over for the other Cole. Wade Karloftis at D tackle with Jimmy Sims right behind him. Then you got Lorenzo Durango in his senior season. He's going to only keep adding to those tackles. Robbie McCullough is the highest overall middle linebacker. Freshman redshirt. Good for him. Then you got Ben Savage, who we didn't really talk about much, but he's up to a 92. We'll see how he does. Jalen Galladay, 84. Pretty crazy. Eric Colley is the best corner overall wise. Then you got Steven Henderson. Christian McGinn is a true sophomore with 99 speed. Caesar Anelli, we brought him in last year, I think, or a couple of episodes ago. Manny Maramosa's down there. We've got a lot of depth at free safety. Bart Faucha is now the new highest overall free safety. Strong safety is Spencer Russo. We don't have a kicker, which is a little bit concerning, but we're not going to find out. We're not going to have to worry about that. What did I want to check? What did I want to check? I wanted to check something. I was thinking in my head. There was something I wanted to look at. Was it career stats? There was something I wanted to look at, and I can't remember what it was. Was it Lorenzo Durango? I don't remember. I can't think of what it was now. I was thinking in my head. I was talking through those last training results. There was something I wanted to look at, but I can't remember it now. It just completely left my head. Maybe I said it. I don't remember. Whatever. Well, we get to the final thing that we have to do, which is encourage transfers. We don't need to because we have a under the limit, severely under the 78. It's kind of scary. But let's get to the end. We're not going to do any of the preseason stuff because I don't want to get attached. Like I said at the beginning, I don't want to get attached to any of these guys. So we will simulate here, and this will be where we leave it. In the annals of history, this Hawaii team has done the impossible. We have won 5 national championships in a row, and we have played in 6 of them. We started this dynasty at 10-4. Then we go up to 14-2. We win the Mountain West, and we also win 2 bowl games. That's when we got to the national championship and lost to Penn State. Then we revive the Pac-12 in year number 3. We win it. We won it every year we were in it. We win the Pac-12, and we win the national championship. Then we go in year 4, we go win the Pac-12, and we win the national championship again. And in year 5, we win the national championship. Year 6, we win the national championship. And year 7, which is just this year, not only do we win the national championship, we go undefeated and complete the perfect year. It's just chef's kiss. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What a fantastic dynasty this was. So fun. So fun. What a dynasty. I couldn't have asked for a better, more successful dynasty. We did everything we needed to do. Like I said earlier, the only thing we didn't do was win a Heisman with anybody. We tried it with Cam Barfield. We got very close. I think we finished second in the Heisman with him. And in my opinion, he got robbed. But we got close, but we didn't ever win a Heisman with anybody, but we did everything else. We won pretty much every bowl game you could win, at least the playoff games, the New Year's 6. We won the Pac-12 every year. We won the Mountain West one time. We went undefeated. We had players drafted. We had great recruiting classes. We had the number 1 class in the country at one point. We did everything. And it's a nice way to end off just a wonderful series. So I just want to take this time and thank everybody that's been here since the very beginning of College Football 25 and beginning of the Hawaii Dynasty. When I first started it, I didn't think we would get this far, at least this deep into it. I thought we'd be done a few seasons earlier, but hey, I had a lot of fun playing it, and I hope you guys had a lot of fun watching it. And I cannot wait for College Football 26, which by the time this video goes up, might be just a day away. I'm not 100% sure when this is going up, what day, but it might just be one day away from College Football 26. And I've got a lot of ideas. I got a lot of fun things that I want to do, including a new series like this where we take control of the team and we play every game. I've got a possible team builder coming soon to replace the Golden Broncos. Maybe a little bit later down the line, we'll do the All-American Dynasty again in College Football 26 because I do enjoy that doing that. At least I enjoyed it this year. And obviously, we'll do a Road to Glory to test out the new high school function and all that kind of stuff. So I'm super excited for College Football 26. But I had so much fun playing College Football 25, and I had a lot of fun playing the Hawai'i Dynasty. So hope you guys enjoyed it for one final time. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.